In this video, I'm going to explain to you the easiest and pretty much the most straightforward way of you signing your first 1, 2, or 3 SMMA clients. So for me, this has been the most predictable way of going out there, finding ideal clients that I want to work with and actually gaining their trust where they want to work with me. If you're just starting out on your SMMA journey, you know how hard it can be. You're probably sending out messages, emails, LinkedIn requests, Loom videos, whatever it may be, and you may be struggling right now. And let me just say, that is completely normal. Most people very much struggle to get their first few clients. But from working with a lot of my students, ones that have signed clients really quickly and ones that have taken a little bit longer to sign their first client or two, I've realized there's a very, very common theme between what you need to do to actually get these clients quickly. So make sure you stay to the end of this video. Watch this video in its entirety. Make sure you take in all of the knowledge and really dissect how you can apply this to what your agency offers. So there's going to be 4 key points that I'm going to run you through that will explain this model and how you can replicate this into your business so that you can sign that first client as soon as possible. So point number 1 is that you need to offer just one thing. The service that you provide to your clients needs to be based around one core service. Okay, if you have 3, 4, or 5 different services or spin-off packages, that's not the best way to start. The best way to start is to ideally just offer one service. You can open this up for debate and you can say, okay, well, what if I want to do social media management and I want to have 3 tiers to the packages that I offer? 3 different price points and 3 different packages. Well, yes, there are some benefits to doing that. But again, if you want the quickest, easiest, fastest way to get your first client, this is going to be it. So you're going to offer one thing. Whether it's Facebook ads or social media management, ideally you want to just have one core pack. Now, when you have one core thing that you offer to a type of business, we need to know who are you offering it to. This is point number 2. Most people go out there and they have one service, but they end up pitching it to many different industries, many different types of businesses. You want to pick just one type of business, okay? So we call this one niche. You've probably seen videos from me before about this topic and why you need to have one niche. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you haven't seen those videos, definitely check them out on my profile. In short, it makes the whole process easier. Okay, if you're pitching 10 businesses over the span of 2 weeks, that could be 10 different conversations if they're 10 different types of businesses. If it's one type of business, that's pretty much just 10 of the same conversation and it's going to be slightly different each time. That means it's easier for you to get good at sales and easier for you to close deals fast. Plus, marketing is not new, right? People have been running agencies and SMMA businesses for years, absolutely years. Have been running these businesses for years. So if you just want to offer everything to everyone, you're going to get lost in the sea of 9,000 other people that are doing that exact same thing, okay? So you have to come in with a unique perspective. The easiest way to do that when you're starting off, when you don't have a ton of results and you don't have an amazing case study, is to offer one thing to one type of business. Because then when you pitch that to that type of business, even if you don't have results, right? Even if you don't have tons of reviews and testimonials, you can show to them that you know their industry inside and out, you know their pain points, you know what they need help with, and you have one service that will fit perfectly for that. Which brings me on to point number 3, is that you need to have a case study that shows your unique service for your unique niche. For example, let's say you offer Facebook ads for real estate agents and you help them get leads, okay? If you have a case study that is just, hey, here's how we help real estate agents, and you don't really explain how you specifically do that with the one service that you have, that's not going to resonate as well as a case study that is specifically about your service, how that links to their industry, and how you then get results, where you map it out perfectly and it just makes sense. Another example is you say, hey, I help e-commerce businesses with their social media. Well, that's super broad. E-commerce is a huge, gigantic industry. So if you just say e-commerce, like, that's not really going to mean much. If you say, hey, I help companies in the sports recovery supplement industry, that's a lot more specific. So then when you're speaking to that type of company, they're going to see you as that person. Which brings me on to point number 4, which you need to become the go-to guy or gal for a certain service in a certain industry. So if you have one service, you offer to one niche, and then you have this amazing case study that's very, very specific to who you offer it to, that is going to help paint you as that person, the go-to guy for real estate agents that want more leads, the go-to gal for e-commerce, the go-to gal for beauty businesses that need help with their social media. And I'm telling you guys, this is the easiest, quickest, most predictable way of you going out there and signing clients today. There's not one perfect script, there's not one perfect message, there's not one perfect strategy. It all comes down to your offer. And in this case, your offer really does comprise of a lot of different things. Who you offer it to and what you offer to them are 2 of the key components of your offer. If you want to lose weight, right? Two people come to you. You've got a personal trainer that comes to you and says, hey, I help people with their fitness. All right, that's his pitch. I help people with their fitness, whether you're overweight, underweight, you're a guy, you're a girl, you want to build muscle, you want to lose weight. He'll help you do everything and all of it. Whereas if you get a different person that comes to you and that person says, hey, I'm the go-to fat loss expert for females in their mid-30s. Well, if you're a female in your mid-30s, you're going to go with that person, right? And even if he's more expensive and charges a premium price for his service, you're probably still going to do it because he is the go-to person for you. So that's what you need to create for yourself. It's not super easy to do this. It does take time to map this out, to plan it out, and ideally to run it by someone who's actually done this before. Because if you haven't done marketing before, you haven't run an agency, and you're trying to perfect what you offer and who you offer to, that can be pretty damn tough. So basically this strategy right here is going to help you get a client quicker. It's going to make the process of getting a client easier. And all in all, you're going to make more money faster. Now, as I mentioned, it does take some time, right? You have to play around with what service would actually work for your niche, because you can't just offer any service to any niche. It has to correlate, right? It's got to make sense, so that you're not offering Facebook ads to alcohol companies, because that's just a terrible industry to go into. It's got to make sense. So to make it make sense, one of the easiest ways is to work with someone like myself who can help you one-to-one, or we can figure that out together. We can not only figure it out, but when you're actually doing the process of reaching out, taking sales calls, and booking in calls with potential clients, I can guide you through that process as well. So you know what to do if you're interested in my mentorship program. Link to that is going to be down in the description below. I hope you got some value. Remember, one key service, one key niche. Build out a nice case study that shows your specific niche and service and how they tie together perfectly. And above all else, make sure you're positioning yourself as the go-to guy or gal for whatever industry and service you are working with. With that, I hope you got some value from this video. If you did, drop a like below, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.